He's just here to explain what you guys have been asking when you're mwelewi. Ndio ukirusha mawe unajua unarusha mawe pande gani na ni kwa nini.
By the way, I'm a big fan of him. Serious big fan, because I think I'm this girl who was brought up traditionally. Na mimi tukitote nasemanga nasikianga tu comment zote. Naongoja tu walete mawe hiyo side. Anyway guys, introducing to you Dr. Ezekiel Mutua.
Hey. Thank you guys for having me.
Welcome home.
Asante sana.
Hey, tulihavu
tumechoka kabla tuanze.
Ndio vizuri.
Hivi rilida bwana.
We, tulihavu kutoa vilinda.
You guys are the ones who did that?
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, the original, we did the challenge.
No, yes, I saw the challenge, but it looks like an old man with a traditional village woman.
Yeah, she's traditional.
The things he makes me do, it
I'm
is
telling you,
I just
you guys are talented.
Thank you so
much.
Good to see you too, Dr.
Too.
And thanks for gracing our show. Really appreciate it.
I had to come.
That was very humble.
I had to come.
I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
I actually support what you stand for.
Thank you.
And anytime I see your post, I'm like, kwanza saa zingine kuna time I just visit the page and I'm like, woo, this is good. Daktari, just to get to know you. Who is Daktari?
I am Dr. Ezekiel Mutua.
Yes.
CEO Kenya Film Classification Board.
Yes.
And a moral crusader. I really believe that there's a huge deficit of moral integrity. And I came in, when I became the CEO of KFCB in 2015,
yes.
I decided to fill that space by getting our artists and our media to know how powerful they are, how powerful media is, how powerful art is in influencing and shaping opinions and influencing perceptions.
Nice.
And how people, without knowing, are influenced to like someone or hate someone they have never seen.
True.
I don't know whether you watched during the US election, people who hated Donald Trump.
Yes.
Others who liked Biden and vice versa. People were far away. Some young people here who may not, they've never even been to Naivasha, let alone US. But they are so invested in the conversations about the politics of the United States or the politics of countries far away because they see those people in the media and their views are shaped by the media. That's how powerful the media is.
Yes.
In communication theories, there's something we call the magic bullet. The magic bullet theory says that the media can cause eruption.
True.
And you saw it in Rwanda. In 1994, I was a journalist with the Nation Media Group.
Yes.
When the genocide erupted and thousands of people, actually almost 1 million people, 800 and something, the ones who are recorded, died because of some incitement through the radio that painted one community against another. And that's why it's so dangerous even to have this class conversation. Class consciousness evokes emotions that make people hate you even when you're also poor and a hustler and struggling like them. And so I was looking at it and saying, if we do not look at the media and have a national conversation about what the media can do in either building or breaking, building or destroying, then we are going to have a problem. That time when I joined the board, there was too much hype about inappropriate content, music, and there was a notion that music has to be sexualized. It has to be sexualized. Even adverts, you find a deodorant, a spray, done with hips of a lady. This thing is just for spraying the house, but it tends to be, there tends to be that connotation, that innuendo. And I was like, young people whose minds are impressionable will pick this and they will run with it, and it will become impossible to correct them. So I started a national conversation.
Yes.
So that's where I am. So basically, to just give you a sense of who I am, basically this became also beyond me. When the media nicknamed me the moral cop, I actually looked at it and said, we need many more moral cops.
I agree.
And also happy to hear, Sherry, you saying that you support what I do. Because I thought we need more moral champions. So to be in your show, I'm very grateful.
Thank you. So are you a family man?
Yes, I'm married. I am married to a beautiful Kikuyu girl called Jen Wanjiku from Muranga. And we
Hata mimi ni wa Muranga.
Oh, when you are Muranga?
Nimeoa Rift Valley.
What a beautiful. So, si ndio tulimaliza ukabila.
Kabisa.
Si tulisema sasa tuunganishe makabila. And your daughter, my two kids say they are cucumbers. They are cukes and cows, so cucumbers.
So how many kids do you have?
I have two kids, two boys.
Kids. Two boys.
Both
are boys.
Yes. I'm a
Leo
father of boys.
wakikuja kwako.
Eh?
Wametoa ngoma ya
Gengeton.
Yeah,
Gengeton.
Gengeton. Yes, zimenishika.
Yes. Zimenishika. Amekuja ka music.
telling you.
Zimenishika. What would you do?
Let me tell you, that can happen to anybody. I'm not perfect, and they do tell me, and we fight, but I always tell them they are not perfect families, they are not perfect parents, they are not perfect children.
So pia wewe unapitia hizi mashida.
My friend, parenting is parenting.
True.
A lot
You
of
go
people
through it real. The real parenting is the one that is real.
kabisa.
Is the one where other short of it, those kids will erupt.
Be fake.
A lot
At
of
some point.
people, my wife is a big fan of whatever you do and whatever you
Thank you.
advocate
Thank
for.
you so much.
Na mimi nakubaliana, na mimi pia niko pande ya usanii.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to know, when you're talking about clean content, how would you define it in a very precise way? Clean content ni gani? Sababu, I go through the comments because people are always saying, "Ai, sasa kwani
They think we
Dr.
must
Ezekiel
all sing
anatakaga
gospel."
nini? Nikiweka hii ni mbaya au ameweka hii.
Not
What
quite.
exactly
not quite.
do you
And
want?
we have just enjoyed a song which is not gospel. Firirinta is not gospel.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
contemporary, sort
It's
of.
contemporary.
So not
Right.
gospel. And when I saw that and read the story and I saw your video that you had done for Viririnda and how it was becoming a craze, I actually read the story of Mzedik Munyonyi and I realized he was unwell. And I was actually in Mombasa the whole of last week and I said, I will come, I will try and organize something quickly so that we get him medication.
True.
I didn't even read his background, but I just knew the song is good because I asked for the meaning, having married a Kikuyu, have some affinity to the language.
Yes.
So I understood this is a song that talks about the warmth and generosity and the hospitality, how we welcome visitors at
Yes.
home. And that is how I grew up.
Nice.
We didn't have phones, so they would just land. We'd just see them at the gate, and then now we would welcome. I saw my parents doing that. It's not like today where sometimes we don't even relate with the next door neighbor. You know. So when I saw that song, and it's not gospel, I have done, I think, more in promoting that song than I've ever done.
I saw your post.
Any gospel.
I saw your
nice.
post.
And on Saturday, I traveled to Icon Gardens around near Juja, and I was the chief guest at a fundraiser, and I gave my personal money,
Wow.
not the
Nice.
board's money.
Wow.
And I sat with that mzee, encouraged him. We stayed there for about 3-4 hours,
Nice.
encouraged him, and I was the chief guest at the concert.
Wow.
In other words, the music, the clean content that we are talking about is content that speaks about our values and
Very
our culture.
true.
That is not necessarily sensual, because the misconception that content has to be sexualized to sell is wrong. It doesn't have to be dirty. You don't have to use bad language
Kabisa.
in your song to capture the attention of people. Firirinda is ringing everywhere,
Exactly.
and it's not sensual.
True.
So when people make it look like only sex
That is very wrong.
sells, it is wrong.
So
And then my fear is what it does to children.
I know.
Kabisa. They
When
are
you
coming.
narrow the conversations around one aspect of life.
I agree. And now all
And
the
even
kids
for underage.
have access to
Exactly.
gadgets, so they
Yes.
get to see anything.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
It's-
Daktari, you have nothing personal with these people that you're
Eriko
always
Mondi, let me just
condemning.
mention
Eriko
the few you
Mondi
fought.
and I have a
Eriko Mondi, Mulamwa, and
King Kaka.
King Kaka
and-
most
and
recently.
By the way, Daktari, I have a solution for Eriko Mondi and Mulamwa.
Niambie.
Mulamwa alisema ati unamudai. Eriko Mondi amesema tutume invoice. Mimi nitatuma hiyo invoice, 750 tupewe. 500 tuweke kwa drama festival. 250 tupatie Mulamwa anunue pikipiki.
Bas,
That is done.
ambia Eric ajitokeze.
Eric
Mwambie
ajitokeze,
ajitokeleze.
asipige tu kelele.
No, atoe hiyo.
With your
Akuje
permission,
kwanza kwa show.
daktari, mimi napeleka invoice.
Kwanza mtuite kwa show, akuje alipie hapo.
Bas.
Na nimwambie hii tumendonate
Kabisa.
kwa JB and Terence.
Terence.
Na the idea is watamaliza hata Mulamwa alipwe kwa kutoka hapo. Anasemanga ninamdai, but I don't know Mulamwa. On a serious note.
You don't know Mulamwa?
You don't
Mulamwa
owe
posted
Mulamwa.
that he was going into depression during COVID.
Yes,
We'll talk
I
about
remember.
artist
Okay.
depression. Talk about
Okay.
artist
He
depression.
was saying he
pia.
has gone into depression. In fact, he put a very painful story.
He actually
that
burnt
even
his
his girlfriend and miscarried because of the way he was bullied by the media. And he burnt his shirt. He said, to hell with this
Yes.
art.
Yes.
It's not paying.
Yes.
This comedy, I'm hated by people.
Yes.
So I jumped in. Look at what I posted. I said, my brother, the best way to respond to bullies online is not to give up. So hiyo shati umechoma, kuja nikununulie shati mpya.
Oh, hiyo ndio deni mko nayo?
Jamalize.
So I said, kuja, we have a conversation.
Yes.
We buy you a new shirt
Yes.
and make you a clean content ambassador. The process of making one a clean content ambassador is not a meeting.
Overnight.
you do background check. What kind of content does he produce? Remember, at that time, we were not looking for him. We are responding to his
To what was
situation.
happening.
Yeah.
True.
I sent my team to look for him. Then he said he was in Eldoret. And he was actually being housed by other people, ostensibly because he didn't have money and so on. I gave my personal money because I have never mentioned how much I gave him, and I don't want to. But I sent my people with personal money, not KFCB. Okay? I called him and I told him, brother, don't allow that conversation. Don't be negative. You are talented. Just dust yourself up. I've sent some money. You know, the small, but mchango wangu mwenyewe kwa
Yeah,
hiari.
naitoi kwa hiari yako.
Yeah, na sio pesa ati 1,000, 2, 3, 4. Ni pesa mingi.
Daktari hata
Yangu
ako na
mwenyewe
shida.
sijawahi
Tena
kusema
amesema ako na shida,
sikutoa
daktari.
niseme. Then nikasema because wakati huo ilikuwa COVID imeanza,
Yes.
kulikuwa na lockdown,
Big
hata
out.
angekuja. Angeweza kuja because we wanted to meet him. So we said when COVID eases and the protocols are, you know, we are allowed to travel. Let's have a conversation. Now later on he started calling me. Yet there are people who went to see him, there are people who spoke to him, and there are people who took the money to him. I'm a CEO. So it's not like I'm available. You are calling me and I'm here now. And then you send a bad tweet that you have been calling me and I'm not picking.
Wow.
My phone, I don't pick all the time. I mean, in board meeting, and I told my PA, hey, look, this is Mulamwa. We need to have a conversation. But then they told me when we did background check, we saw him, you know, uprooting some bangi somewhere, some weed. That clip is still there on YouTube. People send me, when I said we are making him clean content ambassador, I was, you know, bombarded with clips.
All evidence that
No
he should
evidence
not,
that
he's
he
not
cannot
actually a
be.
clean content creator.
And you can't ignore that.
On that,
Otherwise,
still on that
yeah,
note,
yeah.
how does your family receive the backlash? For us, we've been trolled proper.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
kila
actually.
siku.
We've been trolled
Wanataka
proper because of
tukonde.
our body size, because of
Really?
whatever. Yes, body shamed.
Yeah, they body shame us
Do you
every
ever
day.
get the backlash, and how does your family receive it?
Let me tell you, like just the same thing I was telling Mulamwa, the best way to respond to bullies is to go on with your life. Me, I tell them off.
True.
If I get some time to really sort them, I really sort them. I don't believe it.
Unasema
I
una deal
don't
now.
I don't believe in this narrative at usiwagombanishe.
At the silence is power.
No,
I
no,
always,
no,
I also
no. You
have
know why?
moments,
I am a firm believer that they create this narrative, I create mine. They cannot define me because the internet is a very good thing, but it has two forces, the dark side and the brighter side.
Kabisa.
I stand for the brighter side, the good side of the internet. That good side of the internet, a lot of guys who are there, and we are more, but they are silent. A lot of them don't speak like
They
you
have
guys.
tried to silence you.
Okay?
Umehakiwa.
There are couples that one tweet will make them quarrel, go into depression. You guys overcame that, and you are beautiful, and you are going on with your life.
Thank you.
Okay? You're in Sangara, for God's sake.
and having a show on KTN.
Look where you are now.
God is
Okay?
good.
If you gave up, they would have bullied you, and you think you are. Some of them, actually, they wish they were you, but they are not.
I agree.
And they cannot be you.
Final thing, before we finish. Wasanii tumekuwa na
Tumeanza sasa, ndio tumeanza bwana.
ndio tumeanza. Bwana producer, bwana Charity, tuendelee
Tuanze.
bwana. Daktari
Basi
anasema
niambie nikatikate maneno basi.
vitu za wisdom. Hii
Basi.
usikate daktari. I don't want you to cut on this. Tuambie utatusaidiaje kama wasanii.
Tera.
Alafu kuna issue moja
Yeah.
ambayo nime experience mimi na mke wangu ya filming. Tukienda Kiambu County wanatutisha license. Tukienda
Thank
Kitui
you.
wanatutisha
That's a very
license.
good point.
Are you able to kutusaidia tupate one general license yenye nikienda Kitui, nikienda Mombasa, nikienda Murang'a nitaoneshana hiyo moja badala ya kulipa another fee nikiwa in a different
Even
county.
the fee is crazy. How
Hiyo
you
maswali
helping us?
mawili yote inajibiwa na inajibiwa na swali na
Yes.
jibu moja.
Tujibu hiyo.
The jibu ni when you get into an industry, you need to learn the laws governing that industry. So kama wasanii kitu ya kwanza, hata mzazi yule anaona hiki kipindi, the first thing you need to do when you realize your child is interested in
arts.
in being
Certain
an artist, either musician, filmmaker, broadcaster, you need to help those guys to invest in the laws, to understand the laws that govern that sector.
Daktari, kakitu.
Shida ile iko yenu, si kwamba kuna opportunity. Opportunity ziko, sheria hiyo umeuliza, it's exactly what we do. The license, filming license from Kenya Film Classification Board is enough. It's a national license. And nobody else
Tumekuwa tukigongo
should ask you for another license. I even did a press conference with the CEO of Kenya Corporate Board, with the CEO of the Kenya Law Reform Commission to clarify that issue. When I was appointed, I sought clarification because I found that confusion. Remember, it was coming from the devolution. You know, before there was only one central government.
Yes.
So after devolution, every county went and formed their bylaws.
Yes.
And their bylaws, some of them said we make money because everybody wants to make what they call A in government. Appropriation in aid is the money revenue you generate out of your own activities and the opportunities available. So they went and came up with their own laws. However, those laws are not supposed to be going counter to the national laws. So, for example, there's only one film board.
Yes.
Kenya Film Classification
Yes.
Board, with a mandate to issue filming licenses.
Yes.
There's no other law. And any county law that contradicts the laws of Kenya Film Classification Board in respect to filming, that law is null and void. So you guys need to know that.
So tukilipa hiyo moja yenye tumelipa hapa tunaweza enda
If you
turekodie
spoke the
Nyeri
way I'm
and
telling you
everywhere.
that I have the national, look at it this way. A lawyer who has a license with LSK can
lawyer
go to
anywhere.
Malindi, to Nyeri, everywhere. They are not asked for those
Even
licenses.
Turkana,
Kwa hivyo
yes.
tumekuwa
Okay,
tukigongwa.
a doctor, an engineer, an architect. So because you don't know your rights and you always fight Mutua, instead of asking how can you help us, wao wanatupiga. Look, you don't need another license.
Wasanii tuko na stress.
No,
depression.
mmesema uko na stress, hamna pesa. Let me tell you,
Pesa
the
inasemekana
opportunities-
pesa ilitoka na bado
the
haijatufikia. Wewe, Epic
opportunities
ulifikiwa?
available. The opportunities available for money for musicians in this country, for artists, is immense. Kuna pesa zimelala mahali kwa serikali.
Wapi?
Amujui kwa maana you don't want to follow regulations.
Tuambie, mheshimiwa tuambie.
You're
tujue.
saying they are busy fighting.
They are
Mutua,
busy
and
fighting
they should be
government. You
asking how
know,
to get money.
no industry has ever developed by fighting government. You know the government is your government.
Yes.
You know I earn your salary. You know, I see some people insulting me with stolen bundles. They're in Kawangware or wherever.
Daktari
Or
utaongea
somewhere with access to some
That's the
Wi-Fi.
spirit.
When they're insulting me, I'm being driven back left. So we're answering each other, but we're two different environments.
We,
Me, I'm being driven to the airport.
sisi-
Hata ile ndege naingia kuna Wi-Fi huko juu.
Cyberbullies, this is for you. You should stop cyberbullying.
So if you knew how much you're hurting yourself twice, thrice, 10 times, and number two, I'm using your money. I'm paid by your money. So if you knew what is good for you, you would stop insulting government officers
tuongee
and they
vizuri.
go to their offices. Let me hear somebody insulting me because they came to my office and I did not see them. Let somebody insult me or bully me because they wrote a letter and I did not respond. Not on social media. Because again, I see people write me proposals on my social media and I'm like, my
That's not
friend,
official.
which industry operates like that? Niko home nyumbani usiku. Number two, if I was to do that, it would mean my relatives, my girlfriend,
Exactly.
they send me just things on inbox.
Mheshimiwa umesema
Umesema
daktari
girlfriends.
umesema girlfriend.
No, I'm just saying.
Daktari,
No.
What final thing in the industry? What final thing in the
Daktari
industry?
tuambie depression ya wasanii tunatoa aje?
What do you mean?
Depression yetu.
Our
Pesa-
nataka
hiyo pesa-
some got good money,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
I have been with the CEO of KFC, and I know that people got even 3 million. There people got 500,000. Yes, yes. You know,
Utamu
you have
sana
to-
Unajua alipata 5K.
there
Epic
was
ulipata
a
kitu wewe?
process. No. Sasa huyo anajua hata CEO wa KFC ni nani. And I'm not here to market KFC. Mkubwa wewe ulikuwa unanijua kabla nikuje kwa hii
should
meeting.
Yes, of course I know you. sir.
Tushaonana.
I know
Wewe
you.
ndio
I
unadeal
see
na
you.
wasanii,
I
wewe
know
ndio
you.
No,
unaturekebisha.
pesa
Wewe
iko.
ndio-
All of
Number
us know
two,
you.
Yes.
Kuna mtu alipata mita tatu
kuna watu
Wait,
walipata mita tatu.
before now you
na
go
mtu
there.
alipata ngiri tatu.
Yeah.
Guys are wondering actually more of the artists. They're wondering, are you for the artists or
Or are
for
you
against the
against
artists?
We-
My
yeah.
question is today,
Yeah.
Wewe
what are you
unatupiga
doing?
vita ama uko
What are
pande
you
yetu?
doing?
I'm
What
a
are you
regulator. A
What are you,
regulator.
what
A
are you
regulator.
doing to support the industry and
Eh?
the artists as a whole?
Sherry. Is that am I
Chebet.
Chebi.
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 Chebi for Chebet.
Chebet, yeah.
Chebi. Chebi. This is the way it works.
Yes.
A regulator is like the traffic police. Uko na hiyo traffic police anasimama tu kwa
Yeye ni kufanya
roundabout.
fanya hivi.
Akiona
na za hapa chini.
anaweza ambia ile ngari weka kando.
Achukue
A
200.
regulator kazi yake ni kuregulate smooth flow of traffic. That's what Kenya Film Classification Board does to regulate the distribution, the creation, distribution, broadcasting, and the exhibition of content. Okay? Kazi yetu ni ya traffic police. Na tukiona hii ni mbaya, tunatoa kando.
But
Tunasema,
traffic anaweza sema hii 200 peleka pale kwa fande.
umewahi kuona hiyo?
Wewe haujafika
Hiyo ni
mahali
corruption.
wewe hujafika mahali pa kusema hii pesa patieni wasanii pale.
No, but on a serious note, the regulator strictly is like the traffic police. Traffic police akutengenezei ngari, hata akipata una insurance ya kuambia nitakununulia, anakuambia ni makosa kuendesha because unahatarisha maisha yako. So I'm like the traffic police. Kazi yangu ni kusema hii ngari unaendesha namna hii inaweza ua watu. you will inconvenience others. So my core mandate, because every state agency has a core mandate, my core mandate is regulation. There's so much money. What we need to do now is to monetize. So that people don't just wait for their content to be played on TV.
I agree.
Not everybody will get a chance on KTN. Okay? It takes a lot.
True.
You told me you have just begun.
Yes.
And I wish you well and congratulations.
So much.
It's
Thank
a great
you so
opportunity.
much.
But you can use YouTube, you can use Instagram, you can use other channels. And instead of using your time, or I'm talking to the young people, insulting people, use it to create hype that is positive and that will give you money. And use technology and the internet in a positive way.
Thank you so much. Final one. Umehakiwa Instagram yako?
Yes, imagine imeenda ni hata my ICT experts wote wameshindwa. Wanasema iko imeenda
So
na
what you
wakora.
do?
Na wale wakora wameenda sijui wako Russia.
Watasoma DM
Nilianza kupewa nini ati
Turkey.
kuna mtu anajaribu ku log in from Russia, sijui wapi, those something, Kazakhstan, nini. So eventually
So
it
once
went.
you actually get it back, or if you decide to start another one, you just let us know. We'll tell guys that you've opened another account. And you can, don't
thank
worry,
you.
people
Yeah,
always get hacked and
No,
they start
I
and
know I'll get the
pick up
numbers.
again.
There's a time they were trying to do the same, but that one was trolling. So I was being reported on Twitter. So there's a time I had 100 numbers, they came back to 20.
What?
And I don't know what happened. No, I've raised them to 230 something thousand.
That's what was hacked.
I had gone up to 130, 2015. But I used to be reported by Kina Cyprian Nyakundi, all man of people.
Unachukiwa.
Yeah, nilikuwa nachukiwa wakati huo kwanza KOT. I used to trade for 3 days. Nilikuwa na trade 3 days.
Umesema account hauogopi, DM ziko sawa.
No, niko sawa.
DM ziko safi hata wakiingia.
Because they can use it against you.
Kama nyinyi sasa nimewaona. I have read your story. In fact, I would have come here very early to buy you lunch na tuongee. If I knew charity yako niambia ni nyinyi.
Daktari.
You guys are amazing. You are the best.
Thank you so much for coming.
Sankara chief chef tuweke nyama.
But why were you surprised when I talked about my girlfriend? I have a girlfriend called Chebet.
Oh,
Not the way
I know the girlfriend. Like now I'll be your girlfriend.
Yeah, thank you. And then your husband is no. Hey, relax.
Daktari hata kama sina kakitu bana tusifanyane hivyo kama wanaume.
No. But you know my son. I like my sons. My son tells me that need Uber and some money. I have to buy. I'm buying my girlfriend lunch, and they go and they're back. They take themselves and come.
Wow.
And sometimes I say, "Can I meet her?" And sometimes I'm told no. Sometimes I'm told, "Yeah, you can." I mean, you got to get people to demystify. Yeah, let our kids appreciate that
they are free with their dad.
No, you can be the girlfriend. The girlfriend is not what people think.
True.
It's not what we have meant it to be.
What we have changed to.
Yes.
Like now Chebi is your girlfriend. Like that.
Si mama amesema
kucha.
Sasa kama amesema na si kukataa. Na tumesema hata kama una kakitu lakini unakaa kakitu kwa nayo my friend.